Welcome to Little Mini Sculpt. We're going to use weights today. If you've got some at home, I'm going to use 5 pounds. But the size is up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. And you could always choose to do without as well. Let's start in a child's pose. I'm going to move through this pretty quick, under 30 minutes, and you'll get a nice sweat. You can feel some burn in your arms, your glutes, your core. Let's just start with the breath, as always. Take a couple of rounds, big inhale, fill your lungs to capacity, and exhale to let it go. 1 or 2 more times. Maybe add a little wiggle in the fingers, a rock side to side through your hips or forehead. And when you're ready, meet me forward in a tabletop. Get yourself situated for a long spine. Move into a few cat-cows, chest opens, and then round your back. Push the ground away. Couple more. Find your breath here, solid underneath you. So while you move and work, you've got something to anchor you, to keep you focused, and to keep calm. And reach your left hand to the sky. Thread left arm underneath you. Come all the way onto your shoulder. And just melt here for a few rounds of breath. Making some space in the back body, this gentle twist. You can push into the ground with your right palm. Ease back out of it, left hand to the sky. Circle it down and reach left fingers forward as you extend the right foot straight back. Long line on the inhale. Squeeze knee and elbow, crunch as you round on the exhale. Inhale to reach. Exhale to squeeze and tap. 2 more. Reach, round and crunch. 1 more time. Tap it in. Reach it out, inhale. Bring everything back down and let's switch. Right hand expands to the sky. Right arm threads underneath you. Come onto the outside of your right shoulder. Use your breath here. There's no rush. You can use this left palm as leverage to lean back away from your bottom arm. And revisit that twist as you send right hand back to the sky. Square your chest, circle right fingers straight forward, and extend your left heel back. 4 times. Take a squeeze, knee and elbow crunch. Reach and extend. Just getting a little stability work going. You need some strength in the core so we can move. Last 2. And just warming up together. Last one. Reach it out. Bring everything down and meet me in a downward facing dog. Tuck toes, lift hips. Love to pedal it out here. Bend one knee and the other. Take your time. Really feel where your fingertips are rooted into the floor. Feel that length across your spine. And then lift your right leg straight up and back. Open your hip, bend your knee. Squeezing deep into your core. Tap right knee to right tricep, but hold here as your shoulders come into a plank. 3-legged down dog. Keep breathing even while you're holding. Drive right knee to left elbow, twist and stay. Can you bring that knee all the way to meet your arm? 3-legged dog, lift it up. Knee to nose, push the ground away and step between your hands. Now reach right hand to the sky for a twist. This little warming flow, it's not going to be very long. Can you take a few circles with your right arm, like a backstroke? It reaches back, down and around, just a few. On the last one, circle it down, rise up into crescent. Back knee softens, hands sweep up overhead. See if you can release the shoulders down your back. Now on an exhale, hinge forward, fly your hands behind you, finding that long line of energy. Lift back up. Swing right arm back, left arm forward, open arm, twist, keeping the legs solid. Keep this twist. Reach your right hand to your left thigh and lift up to exalt. And circle the hands down as you shift forward, standing split. Left leg lifts up. No option to take your weights under your palms just for balance and to get your spine a little longer. The right under your shoulders. Flex the back toes, soften your standing leg. Bend your left knee and then extend through the heel. Little bend and press. Little quicker. Bend, press. It's all that lifted leg working. Bend and extend. Bend, extend. You're going for length on the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bend, press. I like to imagine stamping the back foot into an ink pad that's straight back behind you. So you're getting so long through the hamstrings. Now hold it straight, little pulse up, 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 up. Try to stay long in that spine, strong in the core, soft in the standing leg. You're pulsing your left booty, little lift, lift, keeping that leg really long and active. Up, up, almost there. Lighten up on the grip of the weights. Lift, 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 hold. Look forward. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Take your feet hips distance, forward fold. Shake it out a little. Take a halfway lift. Fold back in. We're going to keep this moving. Bend your knees a lot as you grab your weights. Bring them to your chest. Come up into a squat. Feet are hips distance. Weight in your heels. Longest spine, shoulders down the back. Now add a little pulse in the legs. Booty back. Booty back. I love this to get us started with the weighted work. Your weights are just adding a little bit of leverage here. Your work is really in those glutes as you try to move your butt cheeks back in space and your shins back behind the toes. Little pulse, pulse. Don't worry about how many you're doing here. Just keep going, getting warm and toasty. And keep that length in the spine, belly button into back. We'll add the arms in a few. Now hold it low, reach your arms long, and take a narrow row. We reach out, elbows squeeze back. Inhale, reach and pull. Your palms are facing each other. Your elbows are driving to the sky, but nothing else changes in this work. Just a couple more. Now press all the way up overhead. Bend your knees, tap elbows to thighs, press weights high. Tap down and press. We're going to repeat this, yeah? So you've got these two different motions, bend and press. Weights are still facing each other whole time. And squeeze. Booty low. Back into those rows. Reach, elbows back. Inhale out, exhale, squeeze. Keep it going. It's about 10 seconds of each, not very long. That repetition allows you to build some strength, some sensation in the muscles. Let's move back into the full press. Elbows to thighs, weights to sky. Tap it back, press it up. And I like to use the exhale at the top. So you're digging your heels into the ground so you feel the whole back sides of your thighs. Core engaged. Here we go. Back into those rows. Reach and squeeze. You got one more set. Reach, squeeze. Can you roll the shoulders down your back a lot? Keeping that posture nice and strong. Now pull the elbows back. This time we take a little pulse. Pulse, elbows to sky. Just isolating that work, opening the chest. Stay low in the legs. 3, in 2, in 1. Full press. One more time. Booty low, press it up. Sit back, squeeze. Your last set here. Can you fire up into that breath every round? So you keep your focus intact. You bend the elbows 90 degrees, little pulse. We finish this here. Up an inch, up an inch. Your elbows are straight in line with shoulders and you're pulsing. Just a few before we forward fold. Hinge from hips, soften the knees. Ditch the weights and take a halfway lift. Plant your palm, step back into your plank. Keep this really active. You're going to start with your feet. Right foot out wide and in. Left foot out, left foot in. You can add opposite hand to shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Set it down. Right hand, left shoulder. So you're doing the feet taps or feet and shoulder taps. You've got one last layer. If you'd like it, you could add a plank jack with these taps. So your knees will soften and your feet can go at the same time as you keep the shoulder tap going. Feel free to modify, by doing just the feet or just the arms, any variation of this, but keeping that heart rate climbing, getting a little heat moving through the whole body. And then meet me in your downward dog. We're on the second side, so we start with that left leg lifted. Open your hip, bend your knee, keeping the chest square. Bring left knee to left elbow, hold, find that side body, then lift up and back. Left knee, right elbow, twist and hold. Try to tap your knee to your tricep. 3-legged down dog. Knee to nose, step all the way through. Reach the left hand high to twist. Few backstroke circles. Let this feel good. Just rotating through the shoulder, opening the chest for 2. Last one leads you into a crescent. Circle down, rise both arms overhead. Back knee is soft. Inhale as you reach through fingers. Exhale to hinge forward. Fly your hands behind your back. Shift all the way to that left heel. Rise back up. Open arm twist. Left arm back. Right arm forward. Ring through the obliques. Pause here. Reach with energy. And find back hand to back thigh as you lift up through your right palm. Lift your chest. Standing split, circle hands down and lift your back foot off the floor. You can use those weights again for balance to lengthen your spine. I'm just adjusting so I have space. Lengthen that back leg. Soften standing knee and find this lifted leg. Bend and extend. Bend, extend. This is all about hamstrings. Bend, press, bend, press. Try not to drop the height of the lifted leg. You want to keep that the same and let this be a lengthening motion. Bend, press, press. But you'll heat the whole backside of your thigh, lengthening through the spine. Now hold it straight and pulse it up an inch. Up, up. The lifting is coming from the glute max. Yeah, you're squeezing straight into that right butt cheek every single time. Can you get light on those weights? You're not using them completely. You're using your core to support your spine. Up, up, hold, look forward, and land at the top of your mat. Here we go. Last time we're here. Bend the knees a lot. Bring your weights to your chest. Find that squat. Now we just changed the rotation of the arms a bit. Reach your weights forward, but turn the palms to face the front of your space. Same thing we row. We reach it out, elbows pull back. Your palms are facing the front of your mat. Reach and pull. And it just changes this rotation slightly, moves into a different set of muscles. Can you keep that spine long? Now our next motion, same thing with the legs as before. We press all the way up as you reach your weights straight out, bend and pull them back. Press it out, reach, pull them into your side, reach it out. Try and match the extension of the legs with the extension of the arms so they move at the same time. Press it out, pull it back, squeeze the butt cheeks at the top. Here we go. You're moving back into those rows. Palms are facing forward, elbows pull straight into side behind your back. Match it to your breath. You're building some sensation here. You should start to feel it. So try to sit a little lower in the legs if you can. Press it up. Press through heels as you reach forward. Pull it back. This repetition, once again, you're going to have one more set of this. Keep moving. Reach it out. Pull it back. Reach. Pull. Make sure the knees are still trying to move back in space, so you're getting more glutes than quads. One more set. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. This is your last round of this squatted work, yeah? So maybe you could set 1 more inch in the thighs, knowing that you won't be here again. Hold it back. Now this time extend your arms and then bend. Press and bend. You've just got 6. Your elbows are staying the same height. Your palms are still facing forward. Getting the whole backside of your arms into triceps. Last 2. And reach forward. Hold it here. Take a little pulse up, up, up. Just burning out those arms a little bit more. Soften behind the elbows. Keep going. Little lift. Lift. Palms are facing the sky. And weights to chest as you forward fold. Nice job. Set the weights down. Take a half lift. Step back to your plank. Keep the energy building. Bring your left knee to right elbow, right knee to left elbow. We start with a march, a climb. Left knee, right elbow, right knee, left elbow. This twisting motion, you can pick your pace. Maybe it turns into a cardio burst as you pick up that speed. I love a cardio burst in the middle of this just to get the heart rate climbing. Feel free to keep it slow so you're working your core. Just these last few seconds. Nice work. Make sure you're still breathing. Let's find a downward dog as you lift your hips So good. You've got all this warmth, all this strength. We're going to flow with the weights. Then we're out of here. Reach your right leg up. Open your hip, bend your knee. Right knee, right elbow, just a little smoother. Send it back up. Right knee, left elbow, twist. Three-legged dog, step all the way through. Now in your crescent, your weights come to your chest as you rise all the way up. Elbows to sides, palms face up, bicep curl lower and squeeze. Arms extend and bend. If you want to add the legs, you can tap your back knee down and then extend as you bend the elbows. Tap and rise. Tap and rise. The legs are optional. Feel free to stay in your crescent pose and just isolate the arms, especially if you got anything weird going on in the knees. If you feel sensation there, stay in the same spot with your legs. Try to melt the shoulders down the back. You're working into the biceps here, so a little more repetition. Hold it down. Weights to chest. Now hinge forward, find a long diagonal line like you did before. Tap your back foot in and out, in and out. There is no weight on your moving leg. Your left foot in, out, in, out. Bend your standing leg a little bit more. That's where you should feel this, in your right butt cheek, right hamstring. Keep the spine long. The weights are staying at your chest. Almost there. Just a little glute sensation. Step back, rise up to your crescent. Lengthen the legs. Turn your toes to the left. Now from here, heels and toes out. Bend your knees to a horse pose. Find your center. Take your elbows out 90 degrees. One of my favorite Sculpt motions. Elbows squeeze together and open. Getting that chest in and out. Add the legs, extend and bend. Elbows in, elbows out. Keep moving. As you press through the heels, squeeze your inner thighs together, like you're zipping them up from the heels through your pelvis. Last two. Now hold your legs down, reach the arms up and bend. Reach 90 degree every time as you bend. Reach and pull. Just one more here. Pulse the arms up an inch, up, 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 tiny little pulses. We're going to do this whole thing again from your 90 degree bend. It should start to burn. Keep the elbows lifted. In and out, legs and arms. In and out. 3, press. 4. Keep the breath with every exertion. Yeah, so when you squeeze in, exhale. And sink. In 2. Last one. Hold it down in the legs. Press the arms up and bend 90 degrees. Press. Palms are facing forward. Reach. One more time. Reach. 90-degree little pulse. Up, up, up. Mine are burning at this time. Sit a little lower in the legs for 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stay. Weights to chest. Shake it out. Turn your toes to the back of your space. Bring your weights down. Step into a high plank. This is all about the arms. So as you shift forward, take a few tricep push-ups so the elbows squeeze into your side body like a chaturanga. It is a chaturanga. Feel free to drop your knees, though, for this repetition. Elbows in and press. Make sure the elbows are touching your side body, no lower than that. Bend and press. Shoulders past your fingertips. Long spine, core active. And this will lead us back into a child's pose just for a breath. And into your downward facing dog. We're ready for second side. Keep it moving. Inhale, left leg lifts. Open hip, bend your knee. Flow and tap left knee, left tricep. Send it up. Left knee, right tricep, squeeze. Three-legged dog. Step through. Weights come to chest first. Soften the back knee, rise up, crescent pose. No, this time, weights up overhead. We're going to keep working those triceps. Elbows in towards your ears. Bend and press through the elbows. Your elbows stay in the same spot the whole time. Your weights tap back behind your head. Feel free to add the legs if you did on the first side. You'll lower down as you bend the elbows, extend legs and arms at the same time. Now for this motion, you want to keep the weights glued together firm. I'm going to face you just for a second so you can see that these elbows stay hugging in towards ears. instead of splaying out to the sides. You want to deep bend in that back knee, whether you're holding or moving up and down. And super controlled into the core, like you have a corset. Those ribs roll in towards each other. A few more. You just work the triceps a lot, so this should really burn them out. New weights to chest, hinge forward, we get the booty. Bend your left knee a lot, tap your right foot in and back. Right foot in, make sure all the weight is in your left heel, and maybe you pick up that pace. In, out. Keep growing through your spine, all the way through the top of your head. Maybe you can bend just a smidge more in the left knee, because you're almost out of this. Keep breathing as you go. Feel that sensation. Step back, lift your chest, lengthen legs, turn towards your right shoulder. Heels in, toes out. One more time here. Bend your knees nice and low, horse pose. Elbows into sides, palms face the sky. Lengthen legs, reach your arms out like a V, then pull them back into your side body. Inhale to reach slow. Exhale, pull elbows to ribs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze and sink. Make sure the knees press the same way as the toes as you bend. Add a little speed, reach it out, pull it in. Reach, we play with the tempo a bit here. Go reach and pull. Reach and pull. You got a lot of resistance to that pulling motion. Elbow squeeze in. Now stay low, little pulse, down an inch, down. You're pulsing legs and arms at the same time. Squeeze in, long spine. We're gonna hold this at the bottom in 3, 2, 1. Stay low, palms come in and out. Pinkies towards each other, one hand over the other. Simple here, but you're staying so low in those legs. Yes, a little lower. Rotator cuff working. We're going to take one more set of those pulses. Keep moving here. Reach in, legs and arms all together, just for 3, and 2, in 1. Weights to chest, rise up. Ooh, my arms are burning. Turn towards your right foot. Lower your weights down. Step back into your high plank. Now one more set of push-ups. This time hands as wide as your mat. Just a little wider than your shoulders for wide arm push-ups. So your elbows point out and lift. Now again, you can of course drop the knees down. You will still work that chest, backs of the arms, even spine. Just make sure your back is long, right? Your core is engaged. Don't worry about how many, just keep going for these last few seconds, burning out the chest and the pecs. Because we are finished with our standing work. Sink back into a child's pose, let that go. Like to shake out the wrists a little bit, maybe give them a circle or 2. Okay, all you've got. It's a little bit of core to finish us off. So find your seat. Feet come out in front of you. Plant them to the floor. Feel your sit bones ground. You're only going to need one weight for the rest of this. Grab one weight, bring it at your chest. Start to hinge your upper body back and twist to the right, center, left, center. Pull the right elbow back, center, left elbow back. Now you can add a little quicker pace side to side. Keep your spine really long and keep your weight straight in front of your sternum so that you're not swinging the weight. You're using the obliques to twist you. And this weight is just a little added challenge. Now maybe your toes come light to the floor, or you can lift your feet up for Navasana. If you do, squeeze the inner thighs together and keep that twist going. Try not to change the legs at all. Only the upper body is moving. Weight is staying glued at your heart. Use your exhale as you twist. Lie all the way down, feet to the sky. Weight to your toes, chest off the ground, little crunch, up and lower. Go lift, reach the weight to your toes. Go up, up, up. It's coming from your belly, right? Squeeze navel in as you lift. Try to keep shoulders off the ground. Slow it down again. Up and down. 3 and lower. In 2 and lower. Last one, little quicker. Up, up. Can you lift a little bit higher? That weight really wants to touch your tiptoes. Up. Exhale. Now stay here. Take the weight into your right hand. You can always ditch the weight here. Extend your left foot forward. Wrap your weight in front of your right thigh. Switch arms. Switch legs. Pass the weight to your right hand. Switch your legs. Pass the weight to your left hand. You can stay slow and controlled, or you can pick up the pace. Legs are long. Chest is lifted off the ground still. This is all you've got. Fight for it for the last 10 seconds. Can you lift a little bit higher, higher, higher? Reach that weight a little further forward. Yes, yes, yes. Breathing as you go. And slow release. Back to the floor, weight to the side. Hug your knees in. Circle them around. Shake them out. I like to finish sculpt work with a bridge pose just to open the chest a bit. So plant your feet to the floor. Lift your hips up. Slide your shoulders under your back. Option to interlace your fingers. Don't worry about how high you're getting here. Think of it as rolling your chest towards the wall behind you. And just making some space in the backs of the arms. And take a couple long, slow breaths. You can lift your heels as you're ready. Release the palms and roll down bone by bone. And once you're on your back, hug your knees in. Tee out the arms and drop your knees to the left side of your body. You can heavy that right shoulder. Just think of spilling open into your chest. You're not holding any work here. Switch your knees over to the other side. Arms are out wide. Left shoulder heavies more and more into the floor. Take a couple of breaths. And as your knees come back in, take a happy baby. Grab outer edges of feet. I like to extend one leg and then the other, kind of playing with this last bit of sensation. Take whatever feels good. Your shoulders stay rooted into the ground. Your head is super heavy. And then let your knees come into your chest. Squeeze into a tiny ball, chin to chest. Squeeze every muscle you can for an inhale. Tense up. And then open up into this resting place. Legs long, arms relaxed. I'm going to leave you here so you can feel free to take a longer Shavasana. We're going to move on to the next video if you'd like. But thank you for getting super sweaty with me. And I'll see you next time.